Hi, this movie is called Mobile Web Research for MBAs, and what it will do, it will show you how to research using the web for projects, essays, dissertations, whatever you're doing. Today is often called the information era, and I think it's probably more precise to divide it into two eras. The pre-internet era, which would have ended round about 1992, and the internet era since then. And we can call these eras the legacy era, where we used the rules which had been established for decades or hundreds of years, and the transformed era, where new rules have rapidly developed. And in the legacy era, information was very scarce, very expensive, static, and rigid. In other words, if you were researching for your MBA, you had to go to the library. You had to get paper publications, which weren't always available, and you had to take notes from them and then go home and copy everything out again. And the internet era has transformed that, so that information today is abundant. We have so much information, it's incredible. It's very inexpensive. A lot of it is for nothing, actually. It's mobile. You don't have to go to a library. You can research projects wherever you happen to be, and it's flexible. You don't have to abide by library hours or whatever. Do it whenever you want. So I could say that in the legacy era, information we dined on was skeleton. And in the transformed era, the information we get will tend to make us obese. It is obese information. So today, we have this situation. Information today jiggles with wobbly, sloppy, unhealthy nonsense. So we have to pick out the nutritious bits. Let's look at an example of this. I took these from Google, and here they are. They're tweets. Now, look at each of them. I'm not going to read them out. I think they're awful. They're badly spelled. I'm not even sure what they mean. And here's another example from someone called Supreme Salad, who wants people to follow him, obviously. So sad how Michael Jackson died from Cadillac arrest. Man, R.I.P. There's the source. And in December 2013, there were 500 million of these per day. So what MBAs need is advice on how to obtain what I would call nutritious research information. Here's my suggestion. Number one source: your library subject specialist. That person will know how to guide you. That person will be, in fact, your information dietitian, who will steer you to the most juicy parts of the internet for information. Here's the way I look at getting research information for MBAs. Two levels. Number one, to take the daily pulse of what's happening in the business world. And number two, to carry out deep investigations. Taking the daily pulse. We can do that using a smartphone. What's happening to this company? What's happening to that company? What's happening to shares? It's really at not a very deep level. And then at the deeper level, there are three sources of information which I tend to use. The first is relevant global databases, and the one that I use habitually is LexisNexis, or more precisely, Nexus. The second are relevant business school databases, and the one again that I use habitually is the Harvard Business School database for educators. And the third one is relevant consulting companies, and the one that again I use habitually is the Boston Consulting Group. In the next movie, I'm going to show you how to use each of these approaches to help you with your MBA research. Thank you, and goodbye.